All right, let's do a little study ball on Drake Maye after his record-setting 21 for 23 performance against the Titans. Now, here's the incredible thing: is Drake's playing some really good football, but to me, Drake Maye can get a lot better in terms of processing, seeing, getting the ball out of his hands, on top of everything that he's doing. So let's break this down and take a look at some of the good and some of the things that he can do better. And so, again, the biggest thing is to see and process and get it out. So here he is looking to his right. Got Stephon Diggs right here. I mean, it doesn't get any more open. He's just running an out here. The corner's in an off position. Linebacker is tucked inside. And like I said, the first thing I'm always looking at is eyes. His eyes and feet are set there. So I've seen this a number of times over these first few weeks. They're just saying, okay, why? Why are we not throwing it? Now, he turns and he makes a play and he gets a positive and we're all excited about it. But again, I just always worry about guys that live in that world. Like, hey, I can always make a positive with my legs if I pass something up or don't see something. Yes, it does work at times. But against really good teams, especially playoff time, these are the things that teams take away. So you got to be able to make those layups and hit those things in front of you. Right here, just take it. Just put it on him. He turns the corner. We got a nice play right there. But he tucks it, he makes a good play, and we move on. Now, I love this because Tom Brady was talking about this not too long ago. We all know Josh McDaniels is back with the Patriots, and this was a play that I think Tom Brady said probably 7,000 to 10,000 of my yards came on this play, what they call double hoss. I used to call it double hiss. Okay, so it's so it's hitches on the outside. So why hiss? Maybe hoss the same reason, because it was hitches on the outside with seams on the inside. So hitch, seam, that's what we've got. And then we've got basically a choice route right here where he can sit down, he can break across the field, he can return back to where he came. You get a good playmaker like a Julian Edelman, Wes Welker in those spots. And man, it's tough. They get you isolated on a Mike linebacker in here, and it's tough to stop. But usually start outside in. If you got a hitch, take it, and then you can always work back to the double move to the inside. If you get middle closed, you take the seam. I talk about it all the time that the Patriots ran this play 3 times in a row in the Super Bowl against the Rams, and they hit 3 different guys. Hitch and a seam, and then this choice route inside. Probably could have had one of the hitches out there if he wants it, but knows he's got the perfect isolation in here. Let's just play pitch and catch with Stephon Diggs for a nice completion right here. You bring back those staples, those things that you know are good against every coverage. You know how to read them and have success. Love that play. Okay, so here's another one. So they call a play here. So this is a post, and then they're going to run a little out and wheel right here. Okay, so we're reading over to that side. We're really trying to get that wheel there, and then either work to the flat here, or we've got a cross coming by Stephon Diggs. Okay, so we come out here, and you look at this wheel, and you know you don't have it right now because they're matching man right there. We got a really good pocket. Just work to your cross against man coverage. Okay, so he's got time right there. There it is. It's right in front of him. Again, we're going to tuck and make a play, and we also know that he got banged up making some of these runs. Another reason why I want to see him play more in structure. But there it is, right out in front of you. Don't have, and a lot of people say, look at this one. That's not really an option, even though I know, I think it's Mac, wins right now. But that's not really something that we're thinking about. We're really thinking that wheel to the flat or that wheel to the cross, depending on whether we've got man or zone. But just stepping up there and taking and letting the offense work for you so you don't have to do all this heavy lifting and put yourself in harm's way. I mean, doing a great job of making some of these tough down the field throws, okay? So this is what I call bagel. So it's off of a bubble here. We're going to fake here, come to the inside, going to fake here, and go to the outside right here as if we're running a screen And great job by Drake to see it and then try to get it out quick. He's got a guy in his lap, so not as much velocity as he would like, but still the strength and the ability to find that window, kind of hit the back shoulder throw, because there really wasn't going to be much happening. If this guy keeps running and he keeps running, probably going to have to recover back down to the screen. But because these two guys are on the same page and we slow down in the window and make ourselves available, and a great throw there by Drake to get it out there. And again, these are the things when you have a 21 for 23 performance. I had one that was 24 for 26 one game, and then I had a tip ball that one of my guys caught. I mean, you need a little help sometimes. So got a guy in your lap. A lot of times this is going to find the ground, maybe even gets intercepted. In these kind of performances, these are the things that turn into big-time completions instead of going the other direction. I mean, this is the play that a lot of people are talking about. And again, what Drake is doing so well, his accuracy down the field has been second to none in the NFL this year. And so I love this, that they're going to run back to cover two. Here we've got a tight split here by Mack running the go route. And so he comes out and does a great job of recognizing the safety. Okay, the safety's tucked inside. His hips are inside. Because we have all of this space, if Mack can get a free release down the sideline, I could have a free hole shot. Now, very seldom do you just take these free one-on-one hole shots when you don't have somebody holding the safety. But it happens so quick. He even gets a carry with the corner. And so it has to be a perfect throw up and over the corner, beating the safety. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that. And these are the things to me that have made Drake so special here in year two. Even when it's not necessarily a warranted throw. Like, there wasn't anything that just said, hey, go take that shot. Hey, I have full control of the ball down the field. I believe I can make some of these throws that may not be the most conventional. And he continues to do it. Okay, here's another opportunity. Okay, so again, kind of crazy, 21 for 23 and a bunch of missed opportunities in my opinion. So they're going to run what I call a hint route right here. We're going to try to get isolated on the linebacker, jump up over the top, maybe have a shot down the middle of the field. And then we're going to run a 7-stop and a flat. Okay, so we're going to try to clear out and attack the middle. If we don't get it and we hold everything inside, we're going to try to hit this 7-stop right at the goal line. Okay, so we get the hint in there. We don't like it because they chase. Okay, now just stay with your read. There's your window. Here's your read. There's your touchdown right in front of you. We got everything we want. This guy holding inside, this guy running outside. We've got our window to our 7-stop. It's right there in front of you. Doesn't see it. And again, it's about creating and trying to make a play. But so many things out there in front of him as he continues to get more comfortable. There we say he could be even better. Tough to say he can be better off of 21 for 23, but you see it. Okay, here's another one. We come out, and it's basically that same play. Haas, okay, and I like the idea that he's reading down here first, okay, because this guy running his little, move here where he can run what we call a juke stick and come across the field. I like to be able to see what's happening out in front of that. Now, he can bounce back to the other side, but I like to think if he can bring that Mike linebacker to him, all the space is on this backside. So I like reading backside first if everything's even. But how about this right here? Like, take the hitch. Take it. It's right there. I don't know, if he's looking inside. No reason to be looking inside with the safety in here and this linebacker. Come take your hitch. If you don't have your hitch, then recover to your choice route right here. But always starts outside with the hitch when the corner is in an off position. Just take it. Just take it. There it is. But again, we take off, we run. Good job sliding and getting down and avoiding some of those hits. But again, you see a lot of easy stuff out in front of him that as he gets more comfortable, he's going to be able to make more of those plays with his arm and not have to do all of this creating. Love this right here. Okay, so they're going to run basically a play that we used to call 844. Okay, so we got 8 back here, post, and then 4 are the in routes here. Okay, so normally you're thinking more times than not, we're reading this high-low to the outside. Now, we will peek this inside 4 route if we get zone pressure. So one of these guys brings pressure, or we get man-to-man coverage where the inside is opening up and voiding. We'll read inside out, but normally against a zone, we're reading outside in. Now, the other caveat is this 8 backside. Okay, if I get a middle close where this guy pushes to the middle of the field, boom, I can bang that skinny on the backside. Or if I get a 4 look, okay, so these guys are all playing quarters. I get a 4 look and I come back and peek at this safety first. And if he pushes to the 3 receiver side, right? 1, 2, 3 over here. A lot of teams will push to the heavy side. If he pushes, then I can come back and take a shot because I'm going to have outside leverage with the backside corner right here. He goes and uses his eyes. Boom. What's he get? He gets this guy to turn his hips to this side. He doesn't really push even that much. So you're going to see, have a chance for a high-low right here. I always would love for Hunter Henry to be wider here so we can move out of the throwing lane for that big end. They always seem to run it too tight for me, but that's a story for another day. He gets the safety to turn his hips back to the inside. He's got leverage from the outside corner. And now, again, dropping another dime. Really good catch right here, but dropping another dime from 45 yards away for another touchdown. Okay, so I like this. Obviously a penalty right here, but because I talk about it all the time. I talk about having a pressure plan. So their hot guy is going to be right here. He's going to see it, and he's going to come off. And again, they're trying to change, but I like this. Boom, he sees the pressure. Bang, replace it. Get it out. Get the ball out. Just something, I just threw it on here just because I talk about it all the time. And this is an area where I'm seeing Drake get a little bit better, his ability to handle hot situations, bring pressure, have an answer, get the ball out of your hands. All right, we're going to come back to that same dig play that we were talking about. So big in here, inside in, post over here, and then again the hook right here. So you're going to see this big area voided right here as they bring pressure or fake pressure, even though he's got man-to-man on the back, but he voids that backside area right here. So I said when they void the interior part of it, go ahead and read the inside guy first. Good job here stepping up by Drake Maye. Stepping up, trying to see if he gets that push again. Nothing back there. Boom. Finds that window. And again, you can see why, for me, this is too tight here. Right? These guys are too much on top of each other with this in route, which makes it a really hard throw and timing right there. But good job realizing there's a window on the inside, hitting the inside guy. If I was going to go back and teach this, Hunter, chip, and then I want you to get out here about 2 yards from the numbers. So now, if I can get width with whoever these hook defenders are, if I can get width, now I can throw this ball out here 2 to 3 yards inside the numbers, and I'm not stacked and having to throw it up over the top of the linebacker and my own player. Okay, another one right here. Just patience. Comes off the play fake. Great. Okay, we got pressure here. I get it. Push him past. Step up. You got a nice pocket here. They're going to run a chase route. So fake like I'm running an over. Then I'm going to come back to the corner. I'm going to run a post right here. So a post-corner combination. I'm going to come back as a quarterback and read that safety. That safety's turned inside and he's running. So I'm thinking corner route right here. Just step up and settle. Step up and settle. Now, this safety even actually turns on this guy. So you have a chance to drive this corner for an easy completion. Also have a chance to take this post up over the top. So it's right there in front of you. Get yourself out of harm's way. I think this might have been the one he got hurt on. Step up, settle. Don't be impatient. Let the offense work for you and then be special when you have to be special. But too many times Guys like him, Jackson Dart, putting yourself in harm's way too often instead of letting the offense work for you. Okay, I had to put this on here because, again, 21 for 23. Sometimes you need a little help from your friends. All right? And so here we're coming back. Maybe a little miscommunication right there, but Stephon Diggs making the one-handed catch. This is how you break completion records, is that sometimes you just need a little bit of help. I told you I got a tipped completion on the day that I set the record, and he gets a little help, boop, with the one-handed catch behind him to set the record for New England. And again, this is the kind of stuff that we're talking about. So he got the perfect look over here for what I call combo, a slant, flat combination, okay? Slant, perfect look, perfect, set up here with the rotation. He's got press backside on a converted out route here. To me, you just come back and take the slant right there. Boom, there it is, wide open. But when you're feeling it and you say, I got my guy over there that I feel real comfortable with, shoot, I'm just going to throw it in there and I'm going to drop another dime in the bucket for a big play. And this is what Drake Maye is doing and what's separating him right now, even though, as we've seen throughout this tape, there's so much room for him to get better.